inspiring in many ways to me, because as I already told, I used to meditate, but I never meditated with awareness. I did not know what meditation is in many ways to me. You opened a new door for me with this knowledge, the little knowledge that you used to share. I did not that increased the awareness of my meditation. Why I am meditating. That was a life-changing fact for me, because I'm not doing. I realized that I'm not doing anything randomly. There is a purpose behind why this should be like this. So that was the greatest thing for me. And this 40 days gave me a lot of clarity of what I have to do next. Because I was at a juncture where I was not able to decide which path to take, where to go. But I got a lot of clarity in these 40 days, like which path I have to take. And in a way, you showed me the way that, yes, intellectually we can teach meditation. That idea itself is a guide to me. Like I can also take such path to take my work forward. And you showed me like how reading books, like what you told is Dhyana Jagath karma. So I used to always wonder like how to break the cycle of karma. Yes, we have come with a lot of baggage, and I'm ready to break that baggage. How? Knowledge and reading books. What books to read? The clarity you gave. And I was always very guided. Like I felt a lot of hand-holding was happening throughout the sessions, because whenever any question was asked, you answered it so well. Like no question was brushed off. Like it was not ignored. But with a lot of dedication, each question was answered. I felt very guided. Yes, there is someone. If I get a question, I know there is someone who can guide me. And you also increased the desire for me to do quality service work. Yes, service we are ready to do, but what kind of service we can do? So this program itself is a service-based program, and it is so wonderfully executed. I really loved how it is done, and I would love to be part of it. I got a lot of things from this workshop. I'm thankful, grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters from the East. And happy morning to those in the West. Happy evening to those in the West. Welcome to day 27 of our nature journey together. Yesterday, we dwelled deeper into Buddha's Eightfold Path. Today, we have Dr. Newton, who will be joining us with his amazing teachings. Let me welcome Welcome, sir.
Wonderful, Kiranji. Wonderful.
Have you with us. Chandra sir will be joining us very shortly, and like to have a brief introduction. We are in our day 27 of our 40-day journey of this program. A brief introduction, friends. Dr. Newton Kondaveti, Brahmarshi Chakravarti, Dr. Newton Kondaveti, MBBS, MD. He's a medical doctor who realized that everyone has an inner doctor and therefore chose to become a soul doctor instead of practicing conventional medicine. Dr. Newton and his wife, Dr. Lakshmi, are world-renowned practitioners and teachers of meditation and spiritual science, pioneers in past life regression, teachers of rebirthing breath work, inner child work, family constellation, organizational constellation, and many more. Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi founded the QLU, Quantum Life University, a global center for the learning of spiritual science, model on the lines of the ancient Takshashila University and Nalanda University. At heart, Dr. Newton is always an eternal student, a symbol of humility and unconditional love, and a tremendous source of inspiration to many. He's a friend and guide to Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. A heartfelt welcome from the Buddha CEO team and the 40-day nature program participants to you. Please.
Thank you, Kiranji. It's so wonderful, my dear friends. Warm welcome to 27th day. And today, let's begin with meditation. We all know you're already tuned to what meditation practice is and how to do, and all the intricacies of meditation practice. So it's a very simple practice. Meditation is emptying the mind, making the mind zero, where we have all these routine thoughts, which are like habitual in nature. We go on thinking in certain ways, and we are so much identified with these thoughts. Sometimes we never go deeper into our own inner self. The mind itself, we are prevented to go inside us, to go within us, to become that self who is the watcher self, or the witness self. So in meditation, this is so important principle to make the mind empty and still. How we can do it is by watching the breath, observing the breath. So very simple practice. So we'll be all sitting in a comfortable posture wherever you are right now located. You may make yourself very, very comfortable and just clasping your hands, because we are making a circuit in the body, a dhyana mudra, interlocking our fingers, because open palms, open fingers, open feet, we allow the energy to flow out of us. But instead, during meditation, we recirculate that energy. It is circulated again inside the body. So that's why we close our eyes and we observe the normal, natural breathing rhythm. We don't need to take deep breaths, no need to take shallow breaths, no need to change any breathing rhythm of yours. Just observe whatever is currently right now happening in your nostrils, the breathing rhythm. Just watch it, observe it. Nothing else is required to do. A very simple practice for next 40 minutes. We'll dive deep into meditation. It's so good, fresh in the morning, where sun is already rising in the sky, and it's so good to connect to our inner self, and with a very deep curiosity to know our own selves. Let all the routine, stressful thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. We don't need to identify with those routine, habitual thoughts. Just we pay attention to the normal, natural breathing rhythm. Let's all dive into practice right now. Closing your eyes. For this next 40 minutes, will be like a tortoise which withdraws its limbs and goes inside. We also withdraw ourselves from all the external world and perceptions about the external world. We withdraw from the external world by observing our normal, natural breathing rhythm, whatever is happening right now in our nostrils. We just stay with our breath, the breath which is going into the nostrils, the breath which is coming out of the nostrils. Nothing else need to do right now. And you can go on observing what's happening when you are observing the breath. If any distractions occur to you, just become aware of these distractions. The mind which wanders, just become aware of the wanderings of the mind, and you can come back to your breathing. Stay with your breath. Such a joy to meditate in a group across the globe, all meditators meditating together. It's really joyful to become empty and silent in our mind. It's such a joy to just notice what's happening inside us. Meditation is just observation of the breath. And notice, observe the internal silence where the mind is freed from all the routine thoughts. Just stay with that stillness, silence. Be watchful, stay alert. What's happening when your mind is absolutely empty and still? Meditation is nothing to do with five sensory perceptions or external world. Meditation is non-thinking, non-doing state of just an experience of our own beingness. Just be. Nothing to think about. No need to think about any past. No need to worry about any about future. No need to plan anything about the future. Just to stay in this moment, watching the breath, noticing the breath, now and here, staying in your body. as the mind becomes free from thoughts, notice what's happening to your breathing. The breathing slows down. Stay with all alertness. Observe what is happening in this deep stillness. The mind which is absolutely still and empty. With the breath slowed down. Notice what is happening. Be an observer, a witness to your inner experience. Observe and stay alert. Meditation is alertness. Meditation is awareness. Notice the breath which has slowed down, and notice the mind which is becoming calm, quiet, and empty. And notice what you are noticing. Embrace this emptiness and stillness within. Nothing to achieve, no need for ambitions right now, no need to go anywhere. Just stay here and now. Meditation is reaching to a deeper place within you where there is no time, no limitations whatsoever. In this stillness, in this deep inner silence, connect to your own self, the self who is observing everything, the self which is residing beyond time and space, beyond body and mind. Last 4 minutes. Notice what you are noticing. Become aware of your inner experience. Two minutes more. Just be. Just be. Final 1 minute more. 1 more minute. Connected to your inner being, inner self. Vast awareness within you. That unlimitedness. The stillness within you. Completely aligned. Thirty seconds. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, my dear friends. When you're ready, you may rub your palms with a beautiful smile from your heart. You may come into the external world by placing your hands on your eyes, placing your fingers, touching your eyelids with your fingertips for a few moments. And take your time to open your eyes. That's wonderful. Warm welcome. Excellent, my dear friends. It's so good to meditate. 27th day of Buddha Sivo, the meditation program. And it's so good. I'll introduce to you 4 words right now. After that, we can have an interaction. We can share our experiences. You can, any questions, any doubts you have, you can ask. So the first word is attention. Is a very key word. It's applicable to meditation practice. First, in meditation, we are attending to what's happening right now. For example, we pay attention to your body and your breathing, attention to yourself. So first, attention. The second thing that happens in meditation when you are attending to your breathing, pay attention to your breath, noticing what you're noticing. You're acknowledging whatever is happening inside you. You are not against anything. Whatever is body discomfort that you have, pain you have, your mind is distracted, it's wandering here and there. You acknowledge that, oh, my mind is wandering here and there. Oh, I have suffering, pain in the body. I have this turbulence in my mind. So we attend to that first. Just by paying attention to it, it leads us to the second state, what is called as awareness. So attention leads us to awareness. So attention is more in the foreground because we attend to what is in front of us. Next comes what is in the background of us. We are aware of when you are with your eyes closed, where you are observing the breath, and that moment you are noticing, you are observing, you are becoming aware that your mind is sometimes going off into some places, is going to mountains, going to beautiful nature, and it is journeying, mind is wandering, past, present, future, stories, all that. We become aware of all that. And not only that, this awareness is going to deepen to such levels and where we become aware of the much deeper self, the self within us, the watcher self, the witnessing self. We cross beyond the mind, because the mind, which is one of the very important tools for us, but that mind stops at one time, at one point of time during meditation. The mind dissolves. This is the practice actually. We attend to our breathing, we pay attention to breathing, attend to whatever is happening. We don't do anything, we just attend to it. Just like a mother, a parent attending to a child gives attention to the child. The child seeks attention. The child is not given attention, the child goes into tantrums. They want attention of the parents, sometimes even in a negative way. They break the furniture, they do something, they mess up things just to draw attention. So it's so important, the attention, the first thing that we cultivate. Then it leads to awareness. Awareness leads to an alignment. Alignment. The third word, the key word is alignment. What is this alignment? Alignment at many levels. For example, first this body, mind, and your subconscious mind, and your intellect, and your deeper self, your inner being or inner self, whatever the name that we call it as. Atma, whatever it is. So this is the alignment that we achieve during meditation practice. Without alignment, we are like 4 or 5, we are scattered everywhere. A body is staying here, a mind is somewhere, and your intellect also is doing something, is trying to figure out things. And we are completely in non-aligned states. So every time we are practicing meditation, we achieve alignment, a certain alignment, certain degrees of alignment. So more the practice is deepening, more greater levels of alignment happens. For example, one more alignment is a deep meditation practitioner will achieve the alignment to at 5 levels. The first level is the alignment to all Panchamahabhutas, like this 5 elemental world. So we realize that as we close our eyes, this entire Jagat, the world is created by 5 elements, and even our body is created by 5 elements. The entire creation is done by 5 elements: earth, water, fire, wind, and space. Combination and permutation, this creation is done. And we become so aware of this during meditation. Then we go to the next level of alignment, is nothing but all that there are not only just these 5 elements, there are other factors which are influencing, like planets, stars. We realize that we are aligned. For example, just few days back, we celebrated full moon, Buddha Purnima. Such a great vibrations are available. So every planetary body, every star has a beautiful vibe. It emanates vibrations. It emits vibrations. We are aligned to that. So our solar system and our star system and our galaxy or beyond galaxies is such vast celestial bodies that exist around us. We are in greater alignment. It happens during meditation, even though we know it or not. And the third level of alignment that happens for a meditator is alignment to all that spiritual guides. We have guides, not just only in the physical plane, not only physical teachers and gurus, guides in the physical plane. There are guides we have in the astral plane, in the higher spiritual planes. We are aligned to those spiritual guides. Each one of us have our own spiritual guides, two guides. They're always there, whether we become aware of them or not, they're invisible and they're there. They are trying to access us, but we are not able to have connection with them because we have not deepened our awareness. We are not aligned yet. So this is third level of alignment that we achieve. Alignment to our spiritual guides. And also sometimes our own ancestors also acts like spiritual guides. Maybe our great grandfather is a spiritual guide. We do not know. So we call that in India Pitru Devatas. Pitru Devatas. So that sphere will be completely aligned. This breathing is connecting to all these things. Why we are insisting on breath is first paying attention to breathing. It makes you become aware of many things in your inner world, inner universe. You become aware of this 5 elemental nature of the body, and then we become aware of what is called as the planetary bodies, celestial bodies which are around you, which are emitting certain vibrations. You're aligned with that. And then you're also aligned with spiritual guides, your ancestors. Then the fourth level of alignment is with the divine forces. There is divine. If we call this in this physical plane as matter, that is the spirit, the all pervasive spirit. We are not generally aligned because we are still in the gross states, only in this gross vibration, dense vibration, but we are going to now become aware of that and become aligned to that divine. The divine has no definition, no limitations. It's omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. It's everywhere. It's called Divya Chaitanya. It's the consciousness which is all pervading. Everything is consciousness in this creation, in this universe. So we are aligned to that. There's so many divine forces which we still don't know yet. So we are aligned to that divine force. Finally, that final alignment happens with source. The source is none other than you. Alignment to your own self. We call that as Sarvatma, or we give different names to it. All that is. Generally, we search for that all that is outside of us, but it's not outside, it's inside. It's a kind of tricky trying to understand with our mind, but it's just an experience of. So we say, Patriji says that everyone is God. All are gods. Animals are gods. Trees are gods. And every human being is a god. We are God incarnated. So we realize that Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, whatever Mahavakyas, this is the final alignment. Oh, the source that I'm searching, it is not outside anywhere. It is, I am that source. And this source is there in everyone. It's all one connected source. So there's only one self. It's not too many selves which are living here. There is an individual self, there is a collective self. We are the collective selves. Buddha called that as anatta. Anatta means there is no separate self. There is only one self. This is alignment to that one self. Generally, we call that as oneness experience during meditation. It is actually that's collective self, an experience of that collective self, alignment to that oneness. So 5 levels of alignment that we achieve, and 4th keyword. So the first keyword is attention. The second one is awareness. The third one is alignment. The 4th one is awareness of the awareness. So you become aware of your own awareness. And this awareness that we have is like exponentially, it's like an explosion of awareness that happens during meditation. The 4th level and the 4th keyword, awareness of your awareness. So the observer in you is going to observe the observer, observing the observer, noticing the noticer, witnessing the witnesser, watching the watcher in you. The self internalized and watching the one's own self. So the watcher self is becoming aware first. This awareness level spreads across, so much of alignment achieved. Then we become aware of the awareness. For example, we do not know that we are gods, for example. We heard about it, but we have the awareness of the awareness itself, that this God self is there. This God self is the one who is the watcher, observer. We become aware of the awareness. So in Nirvana Shatkam, Adi Shankaracharya talks about, that I am not this, I am not that, I am not these five elements, I am not this mind, I am not this chitta, I am not subconscious mind, I am not even anything that I am thinking that I am this, I am that, I am punya, I am not papa. And he also talks about I am not bhojanam. Bhojanam means the object, the food that we have. I'm not bhoja. I'm not even the experiencer. I'm not even the what is called the experience also. We have an experience, but I'm not that experience. I am that watching this bhoja, bhojanam, and bhokta. Bhokta, the third word that Shankaracharya used. So I am that awareness of the awareness. I am that sakshi. So in meditation is such a phenomenal experience, and whoever is investing their time, and it leads us to that experiences, a deep experience of your own self. So 4 keywords we remember. Number 1 is attention. Number 2 is awareness. Third is alignment. The fourth one is awareness of the awareness. So, my dear friends, I'm so happy to be with all of you. My journey began with Patriji. When I came to him with all the confusion, all the chaos, everything is so much disturbed in my life. 32 years back, and I learned one thing from Patriji, that is watch the breath, observe the breath. So just breathing, that's enough. There's nothing else. So all the levels of alignment we talked about, and the breath aligns everything. The only breath can make us align, not anything else. Just this breathing, that's all. I learned from Patriji why he insisted on practice of watchfulness of breathing, not anything else. Nothing else, he used to say, nothing else is required. Only breathing, only watching the breath. I experimented with many things. I thought, why not we try this, that, but this is the subtlest and the easiest and simplest and the most magnificent, because it connects outer and the inner, the subtle to the subtlest. So I thank Chandraji for welcoming me onto this platform today, and he is such an inspiration to everyone. And even for me, I get so inspired looking at Chandra the beautiful work that has been done through Buddha Sivo. So many Buddhas is like making everyone a Buddha. That's really amazing work. Thank you, Chandra, for inviting me here.
Thank you, Dr. Newton. Very kind words. And then you've taken time at a very short notice to. Dr. Newton is a deep mentor for me. I've learned a lot from Patriji, but I've learned a lot of depth of the subject, a lot of it from Dr. Newton. We always said this, if there is one grand spiritual master who is aware of all aspects of spiritual science worldwide, then I say Dr. Newton. As Patriji physically is not present, there is so much of understanding, so much of sadhana and practice that Dr. Newton. I see him and then I become his greatest student, the eternal learning perfectly exhibited that we see him. While of course, then when he goes onto the stage, then there is so much subject that flows through him. His dream that this Quantum Life University in Hyderabad, outside of Hyderabad, in South India, to establish and make spiritual science, greater spiritual scientists who would be doing PhDs in this whole science of spirit, spiritual science, science of meditation. That's his vision and goal, that PhDs means those who have done enormous amount of research and practice. And so then his dream is to see that there is spiritual education is there from this university, starting from whatever level, early level, all the way till post, all the way till PhD that you want to award. That means then it becomes a mainstream education. And so for that, there has to be a university which is providing the syllabus and courses and curriculum and model. And that's his dream. And then that's a collective dream. And there a lot happens in Quantum Life University through them. And if you listen to Buddha Siva's topics and wisdom, then that's not even 0.1% of everything that Quantum Life University can offer. And so much that Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi are there. And to me personally, a great, great friend, as much as he's a great teacher, mentor for me, there's a great friend. One of the key sources who enabled me, my life alignment, my life purpose, was enabled me, was assisting me throughout, is Dr. Newton. So thank you, Dr. Newton, for joining and being here. And so he's there. While he's there, we can utilize his time. I think Dr. Newton himself said that Q&A. So we are absolutely there. So whoever would like to speak to him or ask questions, relevant questions, please do raise hands. I've always said that we take time to go into, we do 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours daily is good, great. But we take time to go away for days into an ashram or into some place, and then better yet, when you have a teacher, a master, and then if you're there around, and then again that practice and sadhana is incredibly different. And so Quantum Life University, Dr. Newton is always doing multiple day programs in QLU. There is a soul coach, there is past life regression, there is inner child work, there is constellations from a relationship perspective, breath work. So many, many subjects are there that they always are encouraging participants to go there, spend multiple days. So do see that and then make use of it. And I've done many of these programs, always done by default, by definition, a practitioner not only is doing his own meditation, her own meditation, but also spending time with masters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, like that. So those are there. That's what we learned from Dr. Newton. Yes, so we will, Dr. Newton, you will take some questions?
Sure,
Huh?
Chandra. Yeah, sure. It's wonderful to have interaction.
Sir, we have Rajni madam. If you want to unmute yourself, please go ahead.
Atam Vandan Newton, sir. It's a great
Atmavandan.
surprise. It's not a surprise, but my soul yesterday I had an announcement that you are coming as a guest speaker, and the day before yesterday I decided that I am coming to you to learn from to learn a lot many things from you, uh, really. And today uh, I don't know, but personally I am feeling that you're very an infant and so childlike innocent. You are reflecting, and I'm connecting with you a lot many ways. And it's really my heart's wish to come to you. And in July 1st week, I'm coming to you. Before I'm going to Canada very soon to my kids. And but I decided that before this migration, I'm coming to you to learn a lot many things. But I need to know that is there any prerequisite, कहते हैं ना, is there any qualification to do the courses, such courses which Chandra sir asked that even students are doing PhDs, because it's my dream to do a PhD with in a subject which connect to my soul. And but I'm simple
Wow.
graduate.
The Rajni ji is wonderful. That warm welcome. Actually, you are not going to learn anything, because each one of us, we already know it. We only awaken what is already there inside us. We've forgotten. Nothing new you will learn. Only thing is what you have forgotten, it gets awakened. That's all. And you're most welcome to come in July. And there are no prerequisites whatsoever, because your deep interest is the only prerequisite. In spirituality, only prerequisite is our Shraddha, our deep interest towards exploring, discovering, and expansion, and our commitment, our dedication to this, because spiritual science can be studied that way. You're most welcome to even pursue your dream of becoming a PhD. Do research about soul science, about the soul. Thank you.
I am very much grateful to you to spread this message very gracefully, very beautifully, because very first time when I saw your name on a past life regression book. It's Dr. Sharma in in Delhi. He's a Reiki master, and I went there with my husband when he was going through cancer. And on his table, I saw that book, and there I read your name, Dr. Newton, and I heard Dr. Weiss, Dr. Brian Weiss, but I never heard your name. And then I very first time I searched your name, and I feel very connected with you that time.
Wonderful. It's a synchronicity. It's a synchronicity. It means that, so your eyes saw the book on the table of Sharmaji, and immediately you read the name, you remembered the name, and you're drawn to it. It's a synchronicity. And there are many such synchronicities happen. which are like reminders to us, which always makes us go into evolutionary path. Thank you. All the best, Rajni ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome. The next one.
Anilji, if you can unmute yourself, please go ahead, sir.
Sir, I've been doing meditation for quite some time, but I have found my body is hopping, or sometimes it's very aggressively becomes so aggressive and starts jumping, and that disturbs my peace. I don't
Yeah.
know why this happens. I want to understand uh, because when I was listening to your talk that it is something relationship with an alignment. Uh, but when I see that alignment gets disturbed, and that makes me aggressively, uh,
Yeah.
body starts. I mean, I can't express to you. It so vibrates heavily, and then my alignment gets disturbed. I feel that my alignment gets disturbed. So I don't know whether it is alignment get disturbed or it is getting aligned. I don't know. I want to understand why this is happening.
Yes, Anil ji. So this is very common for many meditators. In the beginning stages of meditation, this experience of body sensations and body movements, so intense movements, sometimes you can control those movements, involuntary movements of the body. Your head will be shaking, your body will be shaking, and you will be actually jumping. And sometimes we feel that if we don't have enough information about this, we may interpret as some negative experience. Oh, I'm not having any peace. My body is moving. Actually, this is one of the very intense experiences for a meditator in the beginning stages, where there is a lot of energy, the prana shakti, the energy which you are gathering during meditation is moving around through 72,000 nadis, and also the chakras, the 7 energy centers. And when it is moving inside these energy centers, whatever the corresponding body parts will be aggressively moving. It's actually not a disturbance at all. One thing is we need to have information that it is normal. It's very natural. And more we going to be okay with those things that's happening. Sometimes we feel, oh, why I'm not like others. Others are able to sit like a Buddha and very still. Why my body is moving so frantically? But everyone's experience is very unique. Some they experience first through the body. The body is trying to cleanse. The pranamaya kosha is going through a lot of cleansing. And that moment, a lot of the blockages which are opening up, the movements will come and mudras will come. Many mudras. People have different postures. Even asanas, some they do some kind of asana, and different asanas. Even though we don't have any practice or any knowledge about yogasanas, but a meditator has these asanas. Even some people, they dance. It's a Natya Shastra, like a Shiva Tandav. I have seen a meditator during meditation, and suddenly the body becomes so energetic, and they can't stop the movements. It's like a Shiva Tandav is coming out, and it's natural. More we are okay with these experiences that happens intensely through the body, more we understand they're all energetic experience in the body, and more it calms down, because one of the natures of this divine force, the called kundalini energy, is it is aggressive in nature when it is in the first 3 chakras, the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipura, till it crosses to the Anahata. fully establish itself and stabilize itself to in the heart center, is going to be aggressive in nature. Is going to be like cleansing, like a washing machine experience. In the washing machine, how we are dry cleaned, how we are washed, cleaned, the clothes are washed. In the same way, we go through this kind of intense experience. So don't feel that it is a very distracting, but know that it is such a deep cleansing experience. The benefits of it you will be reaping later on. Huge benefits. It could be at the level of health, or it could be even removing many lots of baggage of, karmic baggage, blockages from many lifetimes. It is like washed off through that antar suddhi, the cleansing process. So it won't stay for a longer time if you are able to completely agree to accept to what's happening in your body during meditation. This is just your Kundalini Shakti, which is trying to do everything. So even if you try to stop it, it is not possible to stop it. It is beyond us, actually. We need to just surrender to that divine force, the Kundalini Mata, Kundalini Shakti inside us, which cleanses everything. And then you go to the next level of deep experience of yourself. So it's one of the alignments, as you told, that it is it alignment? Yes, it is also alignment. Only thing is, just pay attention to that force within you which is making this happen. It is a divine force. It's the Kundalini force. So there is a book that I recommend, Mr. Anilji. The name of the book is Meditation, Myth and Reality. Meditation, Myth and Reality. I'll tell the name of the author also. I just have written it. Harish Malik, I think. Harish Malik is the name of the author. Yeah, Meditation, Myth and Reality by Harish Malik. And this author is a practitioner of the breath meditation, more than 35 years. He's from North India, I don't know exact place, but such profound experiences, such intense experience through the body. And he thought to give up many times, but this force inside them is making him to go through such involuntary movements. Later on, he found answers. He discovered answers just by himself. And he has authored this book. And you can, it'll be great guidance to you. And also another book that I highly recommend is Play of Consciousness by Swami Muktananda. Play of Consciousness. It's also known as Chik Shakti Vilas. In Hindi, it's available. In English, it's available. In Telugu, it is available. I think multiple languages it's translated into. So Swami Muktananda also went through similar experiences during his sadhana. And in his ashram, he used to, sometimes in the middle of the nights, people used to hear the hissing sound of the snakes. And he used to do those sounds, actually roaring lion. Sometimes he roars like a lion and makes such huge sounds, and his body used to jump like a frog, and such movements, intense movements. People used to be scared, but he realized many things through these experiences. It is the Shakti, it is the Prana Shakti, which is cleansing the Pranamaya Kosha. So it is a great guidance that you will receive further from this book, Play of Consciousness. Thank you, Mr. Anilji, for your question.
Great. Next we have Sanjay sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Namaste, good morning, Sir Newton. A very nice session, Sir Chandraji and Buddha CEO team and all the wonderful souls here. Sir, my question is that while meditating, when I feel that I'm sitting in the straight position, but when the deeper meditations, my body feels heavy and I feel that my body is tilting.
Yeah.
But actually it's not tilting, because I'm
Yeah.
sitting here. In actual, it's not tilting. My hand postures are like in straight, are, but I feel that they are not here. They are in another direction. So, but in actual position, it's not tilting. But I feel that I am not here. My body is moving somewhere else. Means some in another direction. So it affects me sometimes,
Right.
because
Yeah.
I had read the book of the Shri Krishna Paramahansa, in which he had said that if I go into the deeper state and I don't come back, then hit me hard to my body and feed me the food, so I can come to the consciousness. So, so I feel that maybe this afraids me. So I would like to know about it. That in
Yes,
actual I am
Sanjay
sitting
ji.
in the straight position, but I feel that I am tilting.
Yeah. Actually, this is something, a very beautiful experience that you are going through, Miss Sanjay. And it's good that you could notice all that, what's happening during meditation. So the heaviness that you are experiencing during meditation is nothing but the cosmic energy, the Vishwa Shakti that you are absorbing. And when it is adding to your pranamaya kosha, your etheric body is absorbing it, it feels very heavy actually. It's not the heaviness due to some negative heaviness. It is you are heavy with the energy. It is the heaviness of the energy. It's nothing else than that. And the second part of it is you're tilted and you're also observing the movement that's happening within you. It's also very natural experience. There are millions of meditators around the globe who have gone through this experience, and everybody has come back again. They did astral travel, they gone out of the body, had out of body experience, and they came back very safely. So nothing to be afraid of. But first time when it is happening, because it's an unfamiliar experience, it's a strange experience, we get frightened about it. So for me also it happened. So after meditation, so in 1990, around that time, when I was meditating, and I used to be in that empty state for a long time. And then after that, I used to sleep on the bed, and my out of body experience, I used to float on top of my body, and I used to be so frightened whether I how to come inside the body. So I used to be so scared of that experience, but later on I become familiar with that. I used to go into the sky and just experiment, come back and go and come back. And slowly I learned the art of actually entering into the body, coming out, exiting, and navigating different spaces. And it is such a exploratory time. And more we become familiar with it, more we completely be okay with that experience. For example, you go to some new place which you do not know. Okay, it could be any place. First time you're going to that place, you feel strange. I don't know anything about that place. I don't know whether it is safe or not. We feel whatever that we know, oh, this place, for example, you have read some books or heard from someone that, oh, it's dangerous. Sometimes you may not come back. Astral travel is very dangerous. Out of body experience, you may not come back sometimes. You have to leave the body. It's all, myths and misconceptions. It's safe because you are not forcing your astral body to come out. It's organically, naturally, you're journeying outside the body. So all spiritual experiences, they're very natural. Only thing is we should not force ourselves to do astral, force ourselves to open our sahasrara and, then no need to force. Very, very organically, we watch the breath, we conserve the energy, we expand our energy, our consciousness, and then these are all the fruits of meditation. So we have an experience. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Nothing to be frightened. And you will have, when you completely deal with that fear, because with this knowledge, knowing that it is safe, you'll be go into more deeper experiences. Because Carlos Castaneda talks about 4 levels of blockages that we experience, stumbling blocks for a spiritual practitioner. Number 1 is fear. The first one is the fear. The fear stops you. The first gateway, we are stopped there itself. We don't go through that door. The fear is the first enemy of a spiritual seeker. The second enemy is lack of knowledge. Because first we have some basic knowledge, some like half knowledge only. Knowledge we are gathering, but some information which is like a lot of misconceptions. Okay, even that makes us be scared of spiritual. Oh, don't go far. Don't do astral travel. It's very scary. If Kundalini is awakened, you become mad. So it's all half knowledge. The right knowledge. Once we have that, we pass through the second door, the second blockage, second speed breaker, we overcome. Third speed breaker is powers. You get amazing powers, siddhis. When you are just sitting with empty mind, emptiness, you can know many things actually. You will know what's happening thousands of kilometers away. Just empty mind, nothing else. Even we come to know about the thoughts of others. We have telepathy, we have clairvoyance, we have so many such experiences. They're all natural. But we stop at that level of powers. Oh, I became powerful. I am the one supreme and I am holier than thou and I am above everyone. That stops. That's another enemy of a spiritual seeker. And the fourth enemy is called laziness, old age. It's called old age, seniority. Oh, I have achieved everything. I know Brahmagyan. I know everything. There also our journey begins. Chandraji told, I am an eternal student. That is the real the attitude of a master actually. A master is always an eternal student. He always knows that there's vast, the Brahmagyan has no limits to it. There's so much to know, so much to experience, so much to expand. The consciousness is unlimited. So the old age is something called seniority is called I now I have reached nothing to learn, nothing to achieve, nothing, no, there's no more, nothing more. So there we stop, but there's more. There's many levels, and the fear is the first one which stops all of us. The second step also is very important. Half knowledge is very dangerous. Myths and misconceptions. That's why Patriji talks about spiritual science. Why spiritual science is, without science, the spirituality, sometimes we go into more superstitious, a lot of misinformation, lot of distortions of information that's available. If you open the internet, you have access to now artificial AI, chat GPT-4, you have access to everything. Anything in the universe, in the world. So, but there's so much of misinformation, distorted information available. It's so important to have the right information, right knowledge. We go to the third level. Third level also, we know that everyone is equally powerful, and these powerful powers these are very natural for everyone. We are not for those things. We are here for the much more, the wisdom, the awakening the wisdom within. So the fourth level also, there's more to it. We are eternal students. And thank you, Sanjay ji. All the best, and the next we can take.
Wonderful answer, sir. We have our next Lata ma'am. You please go ahead.
Namaste. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Namaste, Dr. Newton ji. And
Namaste, Lata ji.
Namaste. I'm so glad to connect with you today. after the 16th SCTP program, I think 2 years back, this is again, I'm connecting with you. I'm
Wonderful.
immensely surprised. And the transformation that I've achieved through those 2 semesters at Vikarabad has been immense. And I'm so grateful to you, Dr. Newton ji. And my regards to Lakshmi ji also for all the wonderful experiences today. And I'm glad to see you and Chandra ji on the same platform today. It's an amazing experience for us. Thank you so much. And today, my a little clarification that I need from you is the fourth level. You said awareness of the awareness. So, where do we exactly find the distinction? Is there any particular emotion that we feel when we go into that level, the awareness of the awareness?
Okay, so there is no emotion, but there is a feeling that you feel. It's a felt experience. Like as a result of becoming aware of your own awareness, you will go to suddenly like an elevator. You are taking an elevator is taking to the zenith point, like to the point where it is like a million times or billion times, trillion times, zillion times, something like that, very explosive in nature. It's like a Diwali, there is a cracker, right? So which has flower pot, like a flower pot during Diwali time. The flower pot, it goes so high, sometimes it is such explosion. In the same way, it feels like that. So an experience of it is generally described in the metaphors by many enlightened beings. This experience of that is like 1,000 suns which are dawning in the sky at the same time. వెయ్యి సూర్యుళ్ళు ఒక్కసారి ఆకాశంలో కనిపిస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుందో అలా అన్నమాట. 1,000 suns rising in the sky at the same time. It's like that. So because the words, language fails to describe that. Only through poetry we can write, through express through certain words which point towards that experience. Thank you, Lataji. And it's a felt experience. It's a beautiful experience. Thank you. Wonderful.
Dr. Newton, we have Karthikeyan sir, in case sir wants to make a comment.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sure. I don't know if sir has...
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, Dr.
Namaskar.
Newton.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
Karthikeyan, sir.
Such a joy and pleasure, privilege to listen to you.
Yes,
Such
sir.
a vibrant, as Chandra said, eternal master, not only eternal learner, eternal master. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful seeing you, hearing you. And, we are on a project, as you're aware. I think I've just written to you also. Now, no doubt, Brahmarshi Patriji, when he spoke 30, 40 years back when I met him, I want Dhyana Bharat, Dhyana Jagath and all that. I used to say, a simple, good old man, but what does he think of repeating? But he did it, walking from door to door, village to village, then city to city, all over, and went to many countries also. But even then, of course, you created great masters like you and Chandra and Saints Daga, and you are doing a great service, spreading spirituality and meditation, Ana-Pana-Sati, and the wisdom of spirituality in many parts of the world very successfully. But what is But what is required is, it's spread all over the planet now, because the way things are going, well, on one hand, yes, great attraction for the masters, spirituality and all that. On the other hand, the negative forces are looming so large, threatening the existence of the planet. The reality has come. One is about the violence and negative in each individual, families getting disrupted, drug addiction, alcoholism, and corruption, and so much of materialism and selfishness. On the other hand, weapons of mass destruction, still competition and wars going on, thousands of people being killed, women and children, even today, the whole world watching helplessly. So all systems have failed, according to me. So the technology is ultimately, I think, unless, as Patriji used to say, and rightly so, and many masters have said that is individual transformation only can result in global transformation. And for that, the technology is meditation. Yes, I've been part of many organizations. They are doing great work. I appreciate it. But why I venture to endorse Ana-Pana-Sati, I found it to be the simplest of meditations, accessible to anyone. The man on the street, or the millionaire, just everybody. Now, at this rate, we are not reaching even 100 of the population. I don't know, I'm not good at statistics, but I'm sure you have seen how many millions we could have reached. And at this rate, by the time we cover the whole population may not exist. So I thought, while yoga, of course, we all promoted, and ultimately, when the Prime Minister went and addressed the UN General Assembly, the world accepted it, and every country is practicing yoga. But yoga, in the broad sense, includes yoga, pranayama, and also, and meditation. But today, yoga means people think it's just hatha yoga, which is important, of course. It's excellent for physical health, no doubt about it. No, they have completely diversed meditation, which is the essential part of yoga, system of yoga. So we are making a humble effort, because what is it we can do? Each one of us can do something. So I want to start a project telling it's a mega meditation, project meditation, collecting thoughts from great masters. I have done research. I put for thousands of years, meditation has been practiced by all systems. For thousands of years, not only in India, some form or the other. And there are statements from great masters, right from Aristotle onwards, not only from our Vedic scriptures. And scientists have said that. Now, modern successful entrepreneurs have said that. So I'm collecting all those thoughts, and I want to make a big project and send it to the Honorable Prime Minister and many others also, telling, please make meditation compulsory at all levels. Right from the school, not because after you become 30, 40, 50, you are going through it, then coming to meditation. It's okay. That's good enough. But that's not enough. See, because once you become a meditator, a serious meditator, a meditator, he knows what is right and wrong. He will do only the right things. He will not do wrong things, and he will advise others also don't do wrong things. And respect for each other, all positive qualities, compassion, values, and just one second. Alexa, stop. Sorry. So, and then also the addictions will go. Because if I know what is right and wrong, why do I become an addict? Why would I go for smoking? Why would I hate somebody? See, it can happen at the individual level, and then in the families, the society, and the whole country, and only such nations can bring about global peace and and transformation at the global level. And another thing is the damage we have done to the environment. So much damage has been done. 3 years back when I wrote about meditation is miraculous, I thought I was exaggerating, but I find it's true because when you hear the experience of those who have gone through meditation, and then, so I know it can transform people. At the same time, again, I wrote telling planet Earth is our only home. Let us save it. I said, otherwise our grandchildren will curse us because they will not have enough clean water to drink, clean air to breathe. Even food production will. So now I find the other day, the chief of the climate change in the UN, he said, we are just left with 2 years. If we don't do something drastic in 2 years, it'll be irreversible. You can't stop it. So for the governments, sometimes, they talk conferences, but putting blame on each other, nothing has happened. Same with the World Peace Conferences also. They all join together. They say, you are not doing this, you are doing this. It is possible. And the global warming, the glaciers are melting so fast now. The islands, nations are going to disappear in another 10 years' time. It is not an exaggeration. Even if you stop further damage, the damage already done. You can't reverse it now. And the global cities are going to be flooded. These are all things not to fear. So all this happens, an individual should know what is right, what wrong, respect nature, don't cut trees, grow more trees, and many other things should be done. Go for renewable energy or that now. So all this is possible not by the governments, not by corporate, individuals. If individual at the larger level, even the leaders, for example, the public will demand it, action will demand it, because they want to save their progeny. We have enjoyed all the facilities which our ancestors have enjoyed and given to us, but in this generation, we have destroyed all of them now. So it's still hope. It's right time. So this I'm in a very humble effort, but a 1,000-mile journey also starts with the first step. So I'm going to collect all the thoughts. I have written to you also now recently, but not focus. I wrote to the masters. I said, don't talk about a religion, not what you're chanting. We respect all of them, but here I want your words only on the virtues of meditation. Meditation as a technology.
That's
So I want to correct all these things, and I propose to write to the Prime Minister and others. We want to make awareness a global movement so that, it will catch up maybe months or years later, so that your task, what you are doing, becomes more fruitful. And it's a humble effort we should all make to save our planet Earth, to save humanity, save our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthikeyanji. And you have such big heart, and where your compassion is, it has reached to such great levels, and under your leadership, definitely, sir, we are with you. And I received the mail yesterday, and I'm going to definitely share some of the thoughts about meditation technology. And thank you for sharing and inspiring all of us here. And it's the need of the hour, definitely.
And now, with your experience, how meditation really works, not the theory, practical experience, what type of transformation it can bring about, and why it's necessary for everyone on the planet Earth to learn and practice to save Mother Earth and to save our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Definitely. Yeah. Yes, Chandra. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go. So, meditation, without connecting to our own self, we cannot connect to the nature around us or anybody around us. The first connection is first with our own self. That's why individual transformation before we achieve the global transformation. It begins with an individual. So unless a person knows that he is much more than the body, much more than the mind, much more than whatever is happening inside, and connect to the self, and from there everything shift happens. Thank you, Karthikeyanji. And yes, Chandra, go ahead.
Yes, that's great. So I just wanted to tell Sir that we are reaching out to some individuals too who wanted to say a few things around how it's helping them, to put some case studies apart from what we collectively saw as research based on different participant feedback about this meditation. We're also compiling a docket of information for Sir to take this forward. And now that Sir has also mentioned here, so anyone who is here who feel want to contribute your personal story in your capacity, so please do write to us. And you know, there are some senior IAS officers here, there are some senior heads of institutions. And so whoever would like to join hands in providing your views and your personal experience of meditation helping transforming yourself and the community around, that'll be great. We've already reached out to some, so I'd like to definitely take from those of you feel called for doing action on this aspect. Thank you. Okay, so we're at 8:10. So you still have 6 hands raised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll stop there. Do you have time, Dr. Newton, for another?
Yes, I have time. And yeah, definitely we can take some more sharings. Yeah.
We'll stop, stay till Geeth, so that's 7 of you. We'll stop there. Yes. Okay, Mr. Srisan Sunajadi.
Namaste. Thank you. First of all, to Dr. Karthikeyan, first of all, sir, the way you talked about the plantation, Earth, planet Earth, I have shared earlier also, Dharti Maa ka rin chukao, Vriksh lagao, oxygen badhao. So definitely, I'm on this movement and doing a lot. Shall continue doing more. That's a further manifestation from myself. Thank you, Karthikeyan sir, and a lot of other things what you told well in my heart, and I will take care. Of course, 40,000 trees plantation I have done. I am coming to Pyramid Center on 4th. I'll bring a lot of seeds with me, which is Moringa. Prime Minister said, Ghar Ghar Tiranga, Ghar Ghar Moringa. Very good tree, very good immunity booster tree. I'll bring lot many seeds with me to see that I have planted a few and given to the other colleagues or other members who are there in this journey as a family. So that's a way another thing. Now I move to the dearest Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi Newton, which I saw you on stage during our program in Delhi on 25th of February. I was really mesmerized. So once again, thank you for that. And connecting today, I really thank Dr. Chandra also that, sir, that you brought him here. It's a beautiful day. The learning what you gave is wonderful beyond. I have only one small question, knowing the time that others are also there in the pipeline. So my question is that we talk about in our group, I am from JBM. JBM is a group of company which is making sheet metal parts and the buses also now in India. And a lot of buses are flying all across the country. We call as joyful body and mind session, which is yoga. So today, when I'm talking, our understanding from you is body, mind, and soul as an alignment. If I'm trying to connect the alignment word, the body, mind, and soul. So I think, how does it, the body, mind, and soul, and the further, is it the linkage further beyond, or our joyful body and mind to body, mind, and soul? I'm trying to get the messages from you. So if you can highlight a bit more to the everybody's background, and I would like to take up the same with our group also to see that it's done. Of course, meditation, as I mentioned earlier, I did so with my team, and I'm sure my chairman and others, I will be able to convince them further with the time to come. Thank you, and over to Dr. Newton, please. The smiling
Wonderful,
face, smiling, keep it up. Yeah.
Sri Chand Sunejaji, is wonderful. The way the plantation work, 40,000 plants. And really, you are such an inspiration. I feel very inspired about this. And I think it's really important that everyone takes it up, planting trees, and a different kind of planting we are all doing. Like Buddha Siva is planting meditation seeds in everyone, and everyone is planting, but these physical plants also very important on Dharti Mata, on our planet
Green
Earth.
sugar,
And
oxygen बढ़ाओ. Yeah.
yes, and alignment, you're exactly perfectly doing it right, sir. Body, mind, soul, the three components, very important. The body, mind, and soul, sometimes we treat them as separate entities, but actually when we are aligning, we going to bring the soul, consciousness of the soul, to the mind, and it also works in the reverse direction in the body. So we are fully present with our consciousness, then our actions will be different. Our mind, which is fully illuminated with the wisdom of the soul, and this mind will not actually will be wavering and wandering, and it is with a limited viewpoint, but it has something very brilliant mind, a divine mind becomes. And this alignment is something very beautiful, and that happens very naturally. And you're already promoting this concept in your organization, that alignment, body, mind, soul. And that's the key point. That's the whole key point. It happens with the breath. Breath is the key. It's the tool. And the only tool, very easy tool, because some tools are there which only up to the mind level they can reach. But the breath, it penetrates deep into other levels, which nothing else can reach. For example, mantras, the chanting mantras can reach to one extent. We only Manomaya Kosha. And even vibrations may touch a little bit Vijnanamaya Kosha, or the causal body. But the breath is called Maha Mantra. This is called Ajapa Japa. This is the constant chant, which is like not the chant like what we do with our mouth, but it is happening all the time. When we are with this breath, it aligns to the soul. It takes to the soul, and it's a greater alignment. Thank you, Sri Chandra Sunecha ji. It's nice meeting you again today. Wonderful.
Yes, Mr. Mahesh.
Thank you. Happy morning and gratitude to entire Buddha CEO team.
Your video has gone off.
Oh, I think audio also is gone. I think muted. Mahesh
Yeah,
ji is muted. Yeah. Unmute yourself, Mahesh.
what's going on?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
hear you.
Thank you. So I said happy morning and gratitude to Buddha CEO team. So I have a question. Like we do a lot of activities in our life. Like we do prayers, we go to temple, we do our duties, everyday duties sincerely. But at one stage we feel like, why am I doing this? So how to find out who am I and what is purpose of my life? So can you guide
Yes.
how to
Yeah.
do
Thank
that?
you, Mahesh ji, for this question. And this is a very important question. And for a meditator, then it comes to us in the beginning stages, and even before we begin our meditation also, this question that comes to us: why I'm doing all these things, why I'm going to the school, why I'm going to the job, and why should I do, why am I living here? These questions will direct us towards knowing the self. And this is exactly the question that many of the enlightened beings or spiritual masters who realize themselves had the same question. The intensity of the question is so much, they can't wait anymore. They can't go on actually living life without awareness, without knowing the, the knowledge or the wisdom about why we are here, what we are doing, who am I. So that's where these questions leads us into the practice of meditation. The only way, the way is to go within. Going within is nothing but meditation. Just when we close our eyes and observe the breath, it happens for you. And it's a practice. It's a practice. There are no shortcuts to sadhana and practice. And it's mandatory. And theoretical knowledge, intellectual levels, it can take us to only theoretical way, intellectual way we realize certain things. But we need to go to the experiential level of it by diving into the practice. And all the fruits will come. For example, a farmer who sows the seed in the farm and can't expect the trees to grow overnight. And sometimes we expect our life to be drastically transformed overnight. It won't happen. We need to have enough patience, wait. There's a waiting period, a lag period, and the fruits will definitely come. One of the final fruits is whatever questions that you have, all the questions will be answered. You will have great clarity about who you are, why you are doing what you are doing. And these are the primary questions. Who am I and why am I here? What am I doing here? What am I supposed to do here? What's my purpose? Thank you, Maheshi, for the question. All the best.
Yes, thank you. Monica ji.
Good morning. Good morning, Chandraja. Good morning, Newton sir. I'm utterly confused, and this is synchronicity. Just a few days ago, I had met Chandraji personally, and I had asked you, sir, how I could meet Dr. Newton, and you had told me that he does not do past life regression and things like that anymore. But today I am facing Dr. Newton. And Dr. Newton, my question is to you. I have faithfully done meditation. There's not been a single day when I have missed it. And I have felt immensely, I would say this from the bottom of my heart, immensely the fruits of that meditation. The peace, the equanimity, the oneness, the universal love. I'm anyway a nature lover, but I can love everything now. My problem is a medical one. I'm also talking to a medical doctor. So just now, I have done the pulmonary PFT, pulmonary test, and
Yes.
I am irreversible. My breathing capacity is just 225. My blowing capacity is just 225, and it is reversible. Today I will get my lung scan report. My question is not about the medical side of it, because whatever it is not in my hands. But why has this happened to me when I have been breathing? You've just said breathing is the main tool. And I have been breathing, and yet it is the breathing instrument just now that is affected. What is the divine trying to do? Is it teaching me more? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not meditating correctly? But why is this coming up again and again?
Yeah.
Yes. So what is this that is happening within me? Because I am on the spiritual path. I feel all the benefits of it. I'm not afraid anymore of facing this one. Once again, it's the second episode in my life. Earlier was cancer, which I went through. completely and turned to meditation. And just now this has happened. In fact, getting my report today. So I need some kind of spiritual explanation, not a medical explanation.
Yeah.
Something
Yes.
to sort me out.
Yes, Monica ji. Yeah. And thanks for sharing and being vulnerable. And it's one of the challenges, very important challenge that we encounter about with something happening to the body. In spite of all the spiritual efforts, you have done everything about watching the breath to meditating dedicatedly, and in spite of all that, when this is happening, the question comes, why it is happening? Why my breathing is affected? My lungs are affected. So the spiritual point of view, spiritual perspective is actually is the layer of the karma, the karmic layer that need to be understood. For example, a body is it is called as a final fruits of whatever in the past lives happen. A body experiences it in this current life because it is called karma sharir. It has to go through this. Either it is an unpleasant sensation or aches and pains or some illness, some difficulties. But only having the wisdom and the energy, what happens is the best part of it is it makes us navigate so easily, very, very easily through all that what's happening with our health. It's a kind of a transition from the sickness to the whatever that greater health that one can achieve, a healing that can be achieved. So one of the important keys that I can share with you is whatever is happening, instead of the question why, just agree to it. Whatever your body is right now brought it up, this breathing problem, just accept that, okay, right now I have this and I'm feeling a lot of distress. And whatever, according to the medical, terminology, it is like they also grade this as a very severe and all that. But just agree to it, accept it. The second level is in meditation, be willing to open up to the karmic layer. What is the karma behind it? Everything is cause and effect. To experience this effect, a problem in the lungs, what is the cause for it? And the cause is always very personal. From our own reincarnations, many lifetimes back, what happened? Generally, your consciousness takes you there, makes you even notice the things that need to be noticed, that need to be understood by you. When law of cause and effect are understood, karma gets neutralized. The karma neutralizes because there is a wisdom that is acquired by us. So you are already a practitioner of meditation, so it's much easier. So next time when you are meditating, you just accept this breathing problem, difficulty, and dive much deeper. And Monica ji, if you go towards that part of you which wants to reveal itself, sometimes when we are not trying to understand what that limitation is, the body is bringing up the limitation to you. So just what is that you need to know in terms of wisdom from many lifetimes perspective, that liberates you from this karmic cycle. Sometimes people get experiences of past life, the visions of past lives. Sometimes it comes as a smaran. It's like a you remember, you will know it from your soul. This is the cause. these are the effects now I experience. Then you can be liberated from this cycle of karma. So you have enough energy levels. And for example, I tell you the case study of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Great master. He is such an enlightened master. He had the throat cancer, and he could not even sip water, he could not even gulp water. And all his followers are so worried about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. They used to ask him, Paramahamsa ji, please, you meet Kali Ma every day. If you close your eyes, even the word itself will connect you to Kali Ma. When Kali Ma is giving darshan to you, why not ask? Why not ask Kali Ma to relieve you from this suffering, this cancer, so that you can at least drink water? You're not able to take food, not even drinking water. And he resisted actually. Paramahamsa ji could not ask. She's appeared and could not ask. Second day, could not ask again. But third day, with the insistence of all the disciples, this time he asked. Kalima answered that, okay, your throat is blocked here. There are so many throats around you. You think they're all different? So the answer is given. So Kalima was making Paramahamsa ji to realize that you are no more individual self, you are collective. So he's relieved. There's a healing that happens at a deep spiritual level. It's not just only physical level. So Paramahamsa ji got his answer, and he told next day, what if I'm not drinking the water from my throat? There are many throats here around me which are drinking water, sipping water. So sometimes law of karma layer, we can't bypass it. It is so essential to go through that karmic layer. For example, one day, Ramana Maharshi ji, Bhagwan Sri Ramana, going with his disciple, suddenly he stopped. He said, I want a cloth, a fresh cloth. Disciple said, why Ramana Maharshi suddenly saying to pick up a cloth? So he just followed the instruction of master. And after walking a mile, suddenly there is a stone, and his toes hit the stone. He started bleeding. And disciple now understood, oh, Bhagwan Sri Raman Maharshi was making me to pick up the cloth because he's going to hit the stone and bleed. So after tying and after cleaning the wound, he asked Bhagwan Sri Raman Maharshi, you know that the stone is going to come. It is going to hit you. You are going to bleed. Why not you avoid the stone? Bhagwan Raman Maharshi told, if I have avoided this, I would have to face it again later. This is an experience that I have to go through. This is my experience. I gladly accepted it. And it's very quickly it passes through that. That phase is gone. So this karma sharira, whatever it has to go through, some of the experience from earlier existences, earlier lifetimes, it will quickly go through because of our spiritual sadhana, all that energy that you have stored. And it is only a passing phase, ma'am. And just reorient, and you will be able to really, really touch to that karmic layer. You will receive your answers too. Okay, Monika ji. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you so much. Yes. How God brought you to me. I couldn't meet you, but God brought me to you. Brought me so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you.
Okay, Monika ji. Thank you. Everything is all right. Savarnika.
Very present Morning to everyone. Hi, Newton Master. I'm Sabranika from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, meditating for past 2.9 years, and I I wanted to express my deep gratitude to the Buddha Seva team and to whoever it may be. They helped me in manifesting my dream home. 1.5 years 1.5 years ago I manifested, and now finally I'm in my manifested home. And in the past 1.5 years, I was disconnected from the programs, and I was not around the like-minded people. I didn't read books. I didn't read and didn't listen to experiences. So I faced some of the challenges, and during those times, but every day I meditated without leaving even a single day. So those times, some of the messages which I received are. Uh, Literally, I cried before meditating, and when I sat, I went very deeply that I forgot where I was sitting, and that place was like I could not express. There were so many people around me. I was there, my parents were there, many people were there, and the message was like, uh, we all have come here to play, and all these are not true. Life is a game, and it told me how to play this life game on this earth and leave this earth. And if we play properly, we could leave this earth very easily. And the message is you could follow that very eightfold paths very easily, and you should not consume non-veg. It's easy for you to not consume non-veg, but people will come to oppose you. They'll be like, why are you like this? And you should not be like this. Why we should not eat? But you have to get through all these and come. And it's a very easy game only. But the ruler here is the human mind and his feelings. Follow the rules like no interference, no judgments, and no complaints. And it gave me the feel like Earth is the toughest. And this one time it has happened, and then after some time, after some days, also I cried very badly, and again I sat for meditation. And in that, what happened was I meditated and I went to sleep. In meditation, nothing happened. Before going to sleep, what happened was usually this experience happens to me. A force from below, from my leg, it was entering into me, and I was physically here, but something was taking me with a very high force to the top. I was moving with a very high speed, and the movement sound, if we are moving in a very high speed train, how the sound we will be hearing, the same sound I heard there. And in that, while moving, there was a line. It was written like, "Why is it?" And the second line, I could not read that properly. And next, the voice heard. Uh, it was like night will be fake if there is no joy. And the next thing followed. It told like education is joy, family is joy, and continued life is joy, is joy, is joy. That sound of the movement speed was very high, and the voice was not clear. So but 8 times it told like it is joy, and everything. And at last it ended like everything is joy. And that force left me, and everything became normal. And this is my second experience. And uh, in the 10th month or 11th month after starting my meditation, one experience had come. When I was studying for my semester exams, I slept actually. At that time, the same force was entering inside me from my leg. So I thought, since I was sleeping, universe is waking me up. So I woke up and started studying. Okay, and then after 1 or 2 months, the same I was sleeping in the afternoon. Same force entered into me, and I couldn't move my fingers. I was having my hands on my stomach, and it was like this. I couldn't move. My leg was it was like leg was also paralyzed, and some current was passing inside. Like it was such an experience, and somewhere it was taking me, and that also left. And the third time, in the afternoon when I was sleeping, the force entered with a very high force. Um, I was experimenting. I opened my eyes. Then the force slow. It became very slow. And okay, I'll be closing and I'll be trying again. Then it became very fast. And then I opened my eyes. Then I closed my eyes. I repeated this for 3 times. And the third time, when the force went away, okay, I won't open my eyes this time. Whatever you want to do, you do. Then I closed my eyes. Then with the same force, with a very high speed, it took me somewhere. That was a very uh, different experience, and it took me somewhere, and some different noise was there, and two of them were carrying me on the left and right, and I went into a hollow shaped hole. It was very dark, and inside that, when I went, I saw myself in my fourth standard. I was cutting cake. I was celebrating my birthday. There were so many other my class students were standing, and I saw my parents also. They were standing nearby, and we were cutting cake. And next thing is, one day I put the question for what I have to become in my future, so that the main goal which I had was I want to spread meditation. I want to know who I am. I want to find out what is it. And after telling all these, and I asked mm, what I had to pursue in my for my career. So, and I slept after meditating, and as soon as I slept, within few minutes, I was sleeping, and some two or three of them, the area was full of dark green, and they were lifting me to somewhere to such a height. They were hanging and dancing me, and heart was beating so fast, heavy fast. Heart was beating very heavily, and I was shouting. Shouting. I was calling ma, like that. And when I go to the top, my walk-up door was completely closed. And when they leave me below, I was shouting, and they are again lifting me. That time when I shouted, I couldn't shout, and totally they were doing like this with me, and someone told me, I think Warning has told me this word. Nothing is going to happen. You're just closing your eyes and just believe. And when I realized and when I felt that, they left me, and I was normal. And then a shape appeared, and that was a dark shape and dark figure, and it posed me this question: what do you want? And I asked what I have to become. So that then also I told I wanted to spread meditation. I want to have more time to read books to spread meditation, and it gave me the answer like it was in a video moment. Everything was completely moving, and in that it was written as application developer and tool developer, and that incident also came to an end. And the next thing is, when I was sleeping, I went to a deep sleep. Someone
Nobody
was knocking at the door.
ask a question, conclude to ask a question now.
Yes, master. And I wanted to know what is this, master?
Yeah, yes, Saparnika ji, and it is such beautiful experiences you shared with us. Thank you. And all these experiences are your astral experiences. And thanks for inspiring everyone by sharing about how you manifested your home, your house, and you continue to meditate even though you have not met many for a year or 2 years, and all these beautiful experiences, astral experiences. So one of the
Thank you, master.
important things to notice is not to be scared of these astral experiences. They're very, very normal. They bound to come when you have enough energy. You, through meditation practice, after energy is collected inside you, your astral body is activated. So astral body does all these travels, journeys. Example, when you are journeying through a space time and different space and time, you have the sound which is very different sound. Generally it looks like a sound of a hurricane or a cyclone, or it's like a whoosh sound, whoosh kind of sound. These are astral sounds that we recognize. And also when we have some questions, the astral body shows the answers also sometimes. For example, the three beings, astral beings who came, pick you up, and then you're choked at that moment. So all these experiences, they are preparing you for something that you asked for, a task, a purpose. So you also realize that purpose is some app development, application development. You have that words flashed into your, so you will gain further clarity about it. All these experiences are so good. Welcome them. And only thing is, you are not just these experiences. You are that watcher who is watching these experiences. You are that one who is an observer of all these experiences. Just notice them and gain clarity, because every experience will give us some wisdom, some clarity about what's going on in our life. All the best, Saparnika
Yes,
ji.
Master.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Master.
Thank
And
you.
one more doubt, Master. How to do astral travel consciously, Master? Without, I don't know when it is coming out. So how to do that consciously?
Okay. So you have a lot of astral projections after you meditate and when you're sleeping, right? So you do it now when you are meditating. Extend your meditation time 30 minutes extra. For example, if you are meditating for 40 minutes or 1 hour, do a half an hour more. Notice what happens after that. Generally, we need to give
Okay, Master.
enough time. A long
Okay,
journey
Master.
that we want to make, and we need more energy. More energy means more meditation. Yeah, we invest that, use that initially, prana, shakti that we gain, and then we go out of body and come back, but with renewed energy, much more multiplied energy. That's the way you can do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sobanika. So maybe you should join Quantum Coherence Technologies team developing the meditation app. Okay, please talk to Rakesh. Okay.
Perfect.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah. Hello. My name is Ambreen. I'm from Pakistan, and right now I'm traveling to Toronto. So I'm here, and this is my first experience with Quantum Foundation meditation. I've been meditating for a while, but with the foundation, this is my first experience. And thank you so much. My deepest gratitude to Chandra sir, you, and to be here and to be able to listen to everybody's experiences. I'm just going to try to keep it short because I know that it's a lot of people are probably waiting in line. So there were just a few experiences that I wanted to share. So and thank you, Dr. Newton. I mean, this is a very eye-opening session for me. I've learned a lot. I've been able to understand things that were probably I was it was hard for me to grasp. So recently, when I was in Toronto, while I was in Toronto, I was visiting my sister's house. She just made a new house, and then we just went to say congrats to her. And then in her, like her garden, she has very old trees, like 70, 80, 100-year-old trees in her garden. The area is quite old. So while we were sitting inside with the family, and then suddenly I had this sudden urge that I had to go outside and sit under a specific tree that was in the corner. So I just said, I told everyone that, like, my family knows that I meditate now regularly. So I told them that I want to go outside. So I just went outside. First, I sat on the bench, but then I had the urge to just sit on the ground and then start meditating. So I started meditating, and then um, during my meditation, it was just I've had other experiences, my bodily experiences, like other people shared, that my body swayed, and just like I felt I was in this space. And but this was something different. This was as if my whole body was vibrating, and I could sense the vibration of everything around me, like the grass, the tree, the birds, even the smallest of bugs that were around me. It was as if it was a sound and the feeling in my body. It was the vibration became so loud that it felt that it's just going inside me. Like it didn't feel that me and nature are two different entities. It felt that everything is vibrating within me. It was just such an yeah, it was
Wow.
just I was a bit kind of scared. I wouldn't say scared. It was just like very different. I had never experienced something like that. But I kept sitting in meditation and I was just so deep into it. I had no sense. And normally, because I was with guests, so I put a 30-minute alarm for myself because I didn't want to be out there. I didn't know what I would be experiencing. So my alarm went off, my 30-minute alarm. So I had to, I got out of it, but I just kept sitting there and I just couldn't move. It was just that sensation was still there in me, and I just I just yeah, I put my hand on the grass, and I was just I was just feeling it. I could sense it, and then the same. I mean, the second day I was in my daughter's apartment, so she has lots of plants in the apartment also, and I went through a similar experience, which was I was just surprised because that day I thought I was sitting in the garden. That's why it was something very new for me. But then that day again, towards the end of my meditation, I felt the same thing. So my question basically is, so I felt it for 3 days regularly. It happened to me. Three
Yeah.
days it was happening. And it was happening while I was doing meditation with this group also. So it
Yeah.
was so I was just trying to understand what is it, what is it that I was feeling, that is it how one is supposed to feel. Yeah, that's my
Yes,
question.
Amrinji is such amazing experience, and it blows our mind off, and it takes us to the next level of our consciousness. It stretches our consciousness beyond the normal limits, because such experiences are very, very precious. When you felt that through your intuition that you need to sit under a particular tree, you energetically you're drawn towards that. And because a meditator also gets in touch with vibrationally at different level, and particularly the plants, the trees, they have specific energies. Every tree has a specific energy. For
I'm
example,
always very drawn
y-
to everything,
yeah,
even
yeah,
the mountains, all
yeah,
the nature. Yeah, it's just
yes. So sometimes the experience of that, um, you know consciousness which is expanding, and which is you become one with that, the sound of the bugs and the sound of the nature and the trees, you become one with that. And we realize that we are not different from the creation, and we become that oneness itself. So that is a normal beautiful experience. Every meditator has at least a taste of this, or at least a few experiences everyone will have. And what happens is, these trees are so helpful. A meditator selecting a tree, like a Buddha, Gautam Siddhartha selected a tree. He was sitting under a tree, and for years, and he was sitting under a tree, and he did sadhana. And the same way, a meditator also who is drawn towards nature, practicing meditation under a tree, the tree will know about us also. A tree is highly intelligent species. Even sometimes we fail to understand as a human. So whatever that is needed by us, for example, to have the optimal health, that tree gives us. For example, 1 week, a meditator practicing meditation under a tree, and after seventh day, you request the tree that I have the limitation, this headache or some problem in the body. Oh, my dear tree, and I have this purpose to fulfill. I'll be very happy if I'm free from this limitation. And eating a bark of the tree, or a leaf of a tree, or a fruit of a tree, it has the vibration which can heal you.
Mm.
This is the experience of so many people that I keep sharing about this, and how the plants have all the, they synthesize, manufacture whatever that's needed for us to heal our bodies. They're like acts like a herb. Even it produces those things exactly what that's needed. They're like healers, all the trees, the mountains, the rivers, and the beautiful nature. And thanks for sharing, Amrinji. And
Thank
also
you.
in the
Just
group, yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
and I just
yes.
wanted to add one more thing, which is thanks to this foundation. I started my knee pain when I started meditation like the 27 days ago, and I couldn't understand what was going on, and I was thinking I'll go to the doctor and see what's happening, and my knee pain is gone. I
Wow.
can yeah, like I'm just so surprised. I can sit cross-legged for 1 hour of meditation. I could never
Wow.
sit cross-legged like that. Like, so thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, to Chandra sir, to the foundation, and to you. And thank you for all the answers too. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Amrinji.
That's great,
So,
Dr. Newton. On this topic, can you suggest books on communicating with the trees and plants and the powers?
yeah. So there are plant communication. Peter Tompkins is the one who has written such a beautiful book, Communication with the Plants and the Nature. There so many such books. Michael J. Rhodes is another author which comes into my mind, who has written few books about a journey into nature. And he used to have that experience of oneness with the trees and the mountains and the rivers. And they communicate with us, actually. They give us all that, whatever that's needed for us. So
Sure.
Michael J. Rhodes and also Peter Tompkins. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, there's a book, The Secret Underworld of Trees or something. I don't know who wrote
Yeah,
this.
even that book also is a very good. So, for example, the secret underworld of the trees, there is one tree in the forest which is called as a grandparent tree or a big, like a parental tree. And if something else is happening even 100 kilometers away in the forest, to something is happening to another tree, this tree knows about all the trees 100 kilometers away. Underground, there is a network. How we have internet, they have intranet and a kind of inner net connection with all the entire group of the trees, and energetically through root system. And they have done such a beautiful scientific research about how the root system is so connected. Is fabulous to know those scientific findings. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Newton. Keith, madam.
My humble love and reverence to all the great masters here. My heart goes out especially to Newton, sir. When I was looking for validations in my life, I got connected to Dr. Newton, to my master. And I'm so grateful to Chandra, sir, for sharing this platform. And I'm part of this, where it gives me amazing experiences and knowledge, more than experiences which I've been going through and from past many years now. And today when I heard Dr. Newton about the play consciousness book that he suggested regarding this, I actually recently been going through this experience, and I'm so glad that I connected. And I would like to share my experience, if I may. That for past so many months, I want to say, I'm experiencing in my meditation a great force, which is at times it would throw me out from my bed. Literally, I mean, it would be like amazing force, which is like, making me just jump out, or it would just raise me, and I would be like behaving like a roaring lion, opening my tongue out so many times it has happened, and I had no idea what was happening. Why was this happening? I mean, I do understand through these profound and mystical experiences, there are no fears as such. That maybe there are stars aligned who are kind of carrying my 1,000 karmas. I do not know what it is. But yes, after this connection with myself through various practices and through various meditation time that I've been, experiencing, I would love to understand what am I going through. I mean, I'm teaching. I'm also part of group therapies, individual one-on-one sessions that I'm doing through inner child healing and through meditations and through sound healing. Am I doing too much? I need to slow down. I need to do less. I would like to understand more and get your more guidance, if I may. Thank you, Newton sir. Thank you, Chandra sir.
Thank you, Geetji, and such beautiful experiences you're going through. You already know the answers, and for example, whatever the movements that are happening is such a divine experience. It's the force within you, the divine force, which is taking you over. It is such a great force. It's the Shakti inside you, which is awakened, the Kundalini Shakti, which knows its path actually. The Shakti is not going to reside only in the lower energy centers. It has to come to here and blossom here on 1,000-petal lotus. And you're all doing amazing work. The work that you're doing is actually this force is doing that work. This divine force, and whatever the group therapy and one-on-one therapy is so important to do, because that's what you're born for. It's your divine purpose, and you don't need to slow down about it, because sometimes we feel, is it because of that I become very sensitive and these things are happening? No, it's not because of that. And there are very few people in the world who are doing this kind of spiritual work. It's many people need to do this work. Means spread meditation, spread the wisdom, and using these tools to also the help. Like a therapy is also very important for some who are blocked in certain ways in their journeys of life, and it's so essential. Unless these therapeutic interventions are given, they will not be able to even, meditation will fail to help them. Some they require that initial, that therapy, a brief therapy, a little bit. Then they get again fine-tuned. So we call that as a counseling or different names that we give, but it's so essential. So I appreciate Geetji for what you're doing. I think it's a great reference book, The Play of Consciousness by Swami Muktananda. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Yeah.
Sir, if I may share one more experience.
Yes.
This is something that recently my mom came and she's staying with me, and she used to feed these crows in her house, and we've been talking. I've been trying to help her understand and greet and meet from the unknown space, so that she can meet her death when she's ready. When it comes, I'm kind of helping her from a very limited space that I could, and from the sacred space that I could. So just recently it happened that she experienced this two crows that flew from somewhere, which I've been feeding birds. I put some biscuits for the small birds, they come. But somewhere these two crows came, and it's like 45 minutes distance from my house to her house. And they came, she said they were crowing, they ate a little bit, and they spent some time and they flew back and they've never come back again. So she was wondering that, is this vibration kind of do they sense this vibration and they come following you? Because I know that crows have the memory of 2 5 years, that they do remember physical body or something, faces. So
Yeah. Yes, Gidji, and they're so intelligent, these and species, and they are the communicators, and actually they communicate very well, non-verbal communication, and across the distances they understand things much better. A human being has a mind which messes up everything, but the animals have, they operate from by default from a beyond mind state. Actually, they're in the pure energy, pure awareness states. And crows, particularly, they are the really, really very good bird kingdom. There's something very special. They communicate, and they can actually, this experience that you shared is very much like whatever that birds that you're feeding, and these two birds appear and disappear later. It's a message, kind of message. We get a lot of messages from the nature, from the birds and animals, and they're very special. Thank you for sharing. What to, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Thank you, Geetji. So that's great. So let's move to Sarika, the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. So let's conclude here. Yes.
Yes.
Namaskar, Chandra sir and Newton sir. My deepest gratitude to you, and other can't be expressed in words. Your contribution. My question is regarding a situation and a behavior. As it is said that we are all one, there is oneness. But when you are at peace and calm and somebody comes with an aggressive behavior, whatever kind it be, then how to maintain that? Because at that time, to witness that they are, and how to reply with maintaining inner self-compassion as well as expressing with compassion and justify the situation also.
Right, Sarika ji. I got fairly what you are trying to share with us, because some signals are failing. And one thing that can be done when someone is very aggressive and pouncing on you and crossing the boundaries of you, and even though you have a lot of compassion, lot of love, lot of, you know, your meditator, how to deal with this situation. So it's a question for all of us, and sometimes this is a very practical question. You are a meditator. After opening your eyes in the world, there's so many things that happens, and how to deal with it. And as a meditator, you have to keep quiet. And sometimes we wonder, you know, what to do. Sometimes it's okay to say no. You can say to the person that the words that are using is, you can use the right words. You can alert them, because sometimes people, when we give them the feedback, it's essential for them. It will also help them. And you don't need to be aggressive. For example, a person who is coming aggressively towards you or hurting you or emotionally projecting the emotions on you, you don't need to become like angry and all that, but you can very, very, in a beautiful manner, you can say that, be mindful about what you are speaking, because you can draw a boundary, a line, because someone is crossing a line. And that's very important lesson for even the person. They will also realize that, oh, I am projecting my emotions. I am acting from, you know, wounded state. I am acting from a very ignorant state. I am reacting this way. And as a meditator, this way we will not lose our energy. For example, someone is not able to voice out in that moment, and you bear all that. Someone even aggressively scolds you and comes and hits you. it doesn't mean a meditator need to bear everything. You can stop. There was a story I'm going to narrate. There's a saint who is coming from a place to a village, and in that village there was a snake. Uh, you know, which is scary snake, and which is always scaring people, and it's very poisonous, and people are very afraid of that snake. And the snake asked, people are very afraid of me. My nature is to be very aggressive, and I'm an aggressive person. And so saint said, it's okay that you are aggressive, but you can be quiet, practice the quietness. Practice silence. You don't need to kill people with your biting and injecting the venom into other people. So it followed the advice, and the snake was residing there. After 10 years, the saint came there. And this time the snake again complained, said, and when I became quiet and no aggression, I did not kill anybody, I did not inject my venom to anybody. But everyone is throwing stones on me, hitting me, and laughing at me, chasing me. And even a small boy in the village also is making fun of me. What to do, my dear saint? And now saint said, I told not to kill, not to beat, not to project, but I told you, you can still do this, hissing sound. You can say bush. You can say a boundary. You can create a boundary. You can say no. Stop there. These words, your behaviors are crossing a line. There is a respectful line between every human being. There is a respect. That respect, dignity that's there, and that need to be there. So saint said this to the serpent, the snake. So it's applicable to even a meditator, all human beings. And because sometimes giving a feedback to the other one is an essential step, an essential thing. Arjuna always used to fight for any injustice. In Mahabharata, one of the brothers, Panchapandavas, he used to fight. He never any injustice, he will not keep quiet. He is the first one who takes his bow and arrow, but he will not be like aggressively killing, but in a very right manner, in a dharma. You can always stop. You can defend. You can show the stop sign. Stop there. You're crossing the boundary. Thank you, Sarika ji, for your question. And
Yes. So thank you very much, dear friends. Thank you, Dr. Newton.
Thank you.
Such an extensive, elaborate answers. A perfect example here, when we've seen it, we learn from just the way Dr. Newton is answering, timelessness. For a master, time is just an illusion. Because masters know that even if it is one person is learning, then that's great. I mean, there is something that's being taken. A lot of times we hear and say, oh, restless, when is it going to end? I have to go now. I'm sure many people are watching time and say they want to be here, but they're restless on the other side. Okay. But it's great, Dr. Newton, so many things that came out today. We are actually going through, parallel to this, we have a coach program, meditation coach program, where 70 of them are going through this, and many of them, as I notice, are here still. And all the coach program is doing a great thing of learning more, because everyone wanting to be teaching meditation in a way. So it's that's the original purpose of it. The hidden purpose is to learn more. So that's going on. So yeah, I think many, I'm sure, will have loved this session. Today, we took to the depth of meditation and the intricacies of meditation and experience of meditation, which are many, many unanswered. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful that coach program. People are diving deep into this. as meditation coaches. Wonderful. I appreciate. Thank you, Chandraji, for inviting me to Buddha CO platform. And thank you all friends who participated. Thank you to the whole team, Kiranji, Venugopalji, Rishikesh, and entire team.
Yes, they're all there. All of them are very actively supporting many activities around. We're doing our next second regional conference of meditation leaders in Pune in July.
Wow.
We're preserving your dates for something else a little later. So
Yes.
July 6th is a one-day conference format. One we did in St. Louis after Delhi one that you were there. We one St. Louis, and the second one we're doing in Pune in July first week. We'll come to you for another one as we go along in this. Okay. So, dear friends, thank you so much. And we see you seeing Shikesh is from Pune. He's going to be leading that conference in Pune. Ramesh will lead the conference in St. Louis. And Gosan and Ramesh and Venu in St. Louis. Many more there. So, but they all take inspiration from you. They all take inspiration. They all are asked, you have to be going and attending QLU Global. If you are practicing, you want to be sincere in meditation practice, then one must go and attend your sessions online, offline, or your student sessions, or many of the masters from QLU are doing those sessions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
There are like a few seconds to say thank you to Dr. Newton-ji. I was given this book and I read it a couple times. Divya Jivana Bandhavya. It's so profound and so enlightening. Thank Chandra sir for giving me this book, and deep gratitude, and thank you so much.
Ramesh.
Thank you, Newton sir. So wonderful session and lots of learnings today. And we're all blessed to have you here today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ramesh. Wonderful, wonderful.
Rishikesh, how is the session?
It's been an amazing session. I mean, so many questions, and I think Chandra sir already said the way you took the time to explain all those questions, it just felt like, keep listening. So I'm really blessed. Thank you very much, Newton sir.
Welcome. Thank you, Rishikesh.
Aruna madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Newton sir. I felt like I was born again today. I was so happy when I met Chandra sir, and when he said he's your student, now I understand why he said that, because there is so much to learn, and you have brought so many dimensions to meditation and so much of patience with you. A big thank you, and sharing all this information. It's like definitely what I have done so far is different, and from today onwards, it's a different level. And I cannot leave this this room. It's like I'm glued, and I'm been watching, and I'm just seeing like how much grateful I am to have this opportunity from Chandra sir to meet you, and it's like immense. I don't know, sir. I think I'm falling short of words. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, Arunachi. Thank you.
That's great. Yes. Yes, Venu.
Yeah. Thank you, Newton sir, Chandra sir. So it's a wonderful session. So it's really like amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Rakesh?
It's always great to listen to Dr. Newton. My initial days, I still remember the days when I started and how deeply
your teachings impacted. Today, in fact, it was an amazing experience. While you were actually sharing your wisdom after the meditation, I continued my meditation. I was just in my meditative state. I was actually experiencing you with me. I was traveling with you.
Wow.
Of course, you're sharing the Kundalini experiences. And of course, I always felt that, do I really need it? Do I need to experience it? But then something today was an amazing experience. Traveling with you. And I know Chandra has always been saying we have to be doing sessions with QLU. But wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for so much that you're doing.
We'll make a 5-day retreat 6 days, and one day we'll have Dr. Newton in there somehow.
Yes.
I think that
yes.
the advanced retreats one day is with Dr. Newton.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Apurva.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. It was a wonderful session and a lot of wisdom. Thank you, Dr. Newton. Once I got a vision of you and Chandra, sir, and I think this has become real in twice. I was able to see both of you on screen. And I would like to attend your past life regression session. So I hope I could get the details and waiting for it. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful, Apurvaji. Thank you.
They all are doing a tremendous amount of work, and I'm so glad they also are there till the end. And let's take last one from Ranjana, madam.
Thank you, Chandra sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, Newton sir. This was just an eye-opener, and I got all my answers too. It was just beautiful, beautiful experience. And I wish I can join one of your past life regression too. I want to join the coach program too. That's my intention. Like Chandra sir says all the time, intention. And it is my intention. So God willing, and with my intentions, I will join these programs. But what a beautiful, beautiful session. Meditation was awesome. And so was all the knowledge and that you gave. Oh my God. I just don't have words to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjanaji.
Awesome. So thank you all, dear friends. Thank you, Dr. Newton, once again. And so we will see you all tomorrow, Sunday, long meditation. We will see you all tomorrow again. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the light of my soul.